payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
Hey, Alan. Thank God it picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did.
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will...
Wait, hello?
Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story? Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens. Alice! Alice. This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her? This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before. Alice's video camera. No memory card inside. Part 1. What was Alice working on?
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do, too, sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why? The new story beat fit the story perfectly. Sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing.
Some say that it lives forever, this road that I
Let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people,
Yeah.
making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the Dark Place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the Dark Place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Mr. Wake. Alan. We've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the Dark Place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
It's insane. And there's so much of it. Have you ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness. Possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something? Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, The next chapter. The next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa. Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
Cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
Nightingale goes missing for 13 years, shows up murdered, and then turns into a monster. After I stop Nightingale, a rider who's also been missing for 13 years turns up. What's the connection? What kind of case is this?
Doesn't look right. The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake, and the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance? No. Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them. Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this. It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
Hi, welcome.
Okay. Past favorite Deerfest floats. Go.
The yarn puppet monstrosity.
Stuffed moose and squirrels one.
No, thank you. Those beady dead marble eyes still give me nightmares.
Hello, and welcome to Coffee World, voted what?
Hello, and welcome to Coffee World, voted Washington's best coffee-themed amusement park. All of our attractions are family-friendly and available to children of all ages, just like our coffee. So, take a sip of our Oh Dear Diner organic coffee and let the adventure begin! Hold on for dear life on the Espresso Express! Oh! Soak in some local history at the Huatari Well, where two serial killers once hid the disemboweled bodies of their murder victims.
It's not haunted.
No. Come join Mocha Moose and the goats at our amusement park petting zoo. Just don't share your coffee with the goats. Seriously, stop feeding our goats coffee. Seriously, it's not amusing. Take in amazing views from the Slow Roaster Ferris wheel. I can almost see the Water Lighthouse Trailer Park. This is so much fun! And finish off at our beautiful gift shop where seniors and children under 10 receive a 9% discount on keychains and propane tanks. Welcome to Coffee World. We guarantee you'll have a great time.
This is the third time I've requested something be done about the TV in my room. It keeps going on by itself. It's keeping me awake all night.
Yes, sir, I'm terribly sorry for that. We've called a professional electrician. In the meantime, have you tried unplugging the TV for the night?
Oh, there's an idea, Einstein. Why don't I just get rid of everything I'm paying for in that room while I'm at it? Sleep on the floor. Go to the toilet in the corner. Yeah, I'm not unplugging it. You're fixing it.
Of course, sir.
We have some breaking. Welcome back, and boy, do we have some breaking news that's sure to knock your socks off. Davis Family Beef Jerky will now be available at the Sunday Market in 3 delicious flavors. That's right, our favorite sponsor, Davis Family Beef Jerky, can now be enjoyed in smoked hickory, teriyaki, and hickory teriyaki. I handed out samples here at the Valhalla Nursing Home and thought I'd catch up with one of our residents to get her thoughts. Donna, how are you?
I've got chronic back pain from my spinal stenosis.
Oh, dear. You know, when I'm feeling stiff, I find a light snack helps. So, did you try that beef jerky?
No. Lunch is at 11, and I wanted to save my appetite because today was the fish soup with crackers. You're allowed up to 4 crackers, but I only take 1 unless I have a glass of cranberry juice. They ran out of cranberry juice at breakfast, which is at 7. I didn't take the oatmeal today because it makes me gassy before cribbage, and I can't
So you didn't try the jerky. Got it. Well, that's too bad, Donna. Their new teriyaki flavor sure does hit the spot.
They had teriyaki salmon with rice on Friday's dinner menu. Dinner's at 5, but we all know the salmon takes longer to prepare, and then you're late for bingo. And who needs all that spice?
I agree. Teriyaki is a shit flavor.
Who? Is that Tapio? How are you on the line?
I couldn't end the call.
You've been on the phone this entire time?
Yes, and I hate teriyaki.
Well, it's delicious on jerky. So, let's give a big thank you to Wendy Davis for these samples.
Wendy? No, that can't be right. Wendy went missing in 2010. I heard she's dead.
No, I'm referring to Wendy Davis from our sponsor, Davis Family Beef Jerky.
Wendy Davis. That's the dead one. She's dead.
Right. Well, that's our time. Remember to keep your coffee warm and your chin up because that sunshine's right around the corner. Pat Maine, signing off. Right. Well, that's our time. Sunshine's right around the corner, so I'll leave you with this sunny little ditty to carry you through the day. Pat Maine, signing off. Right, well, that's our time. We'll be right back after this next song by the rock and roll sensation, National Nightmare.
Hello?
Ed hadn't been the same since his latest show had closed. This wasn't the first time one of his productions had shuttered early. Scathing social commentary in a one-act play wasn't exactly filling seats. When Tammy told him she was taking a research trip to Bright Falls, he decided to tag along. Ed told her he wanted to find inspiration. Really, he just wanted a break from the city. But it was true that he certainly needed to find something. A voice, a direction, an idea, something authentic to himself. Ed knew he couldn't keep using Tammy's money to fund his playwriting. After the argument with Tammy, Ed stormed out of the diner and drove their rental car back to Cauldron Lake to prove a point. Now standing in the dark woods, the sun hidden by the trees, Ed wished he could remember what that point was. Something about masculinity. He cursed at himself and turned to go. Suddenly, he was blinded by a light in his face. Voices shouted and hands pushed him to the ground. Ed struggled, in vain. Tammy tapped her pen on her notebook. Alan Wake had ridden this same ferry into town when he arrived. This was his entry into Bright Falls. His first steps across the threshold. She wrote that down. She always found it helpful to walk in the victim's shoes, do what they did, see what they saw. It added great color to the book. Tammy felt raindrops on her face. God, again? She pulled up her hood. The rain just kept coming. She missed New York. So far, this hadn't been the simple research trip she pictured. First the incident at the lake, then the fight with Ed. It's not surprising tempers got hot. They were both on edge after what had happened. Tammy had said some things she regretted. She looked out over the harbor. A chill passed through her. She hoped Ed wouldn't do anything stupid.
I can't force it open. It doesn't budge. You wrote these pages in the dark place. So why are we finding them here?
I think I wrote them. I remember writing an endless amount of pages, but when this happened before, the pages were being sent from the dark place to help me. Maybe the same thing is happening here.
That's all for now, Mr. Wake. Thank you for your cooperation.
I'm the only one who understands the forces behind this. I can help you.
No, that's not how this works. You're a civilian, and we don't do right-or-wrongs. And if Scratch is after you, then so is the cult. We don't know who we can trust here.
Dad, you are making a mistake.
I'll be sure to add that to the list.
swear I brought my full kit along. Jules, you didn't forget to pack the EMF reader, did you?
Why would I pack your gear? I've got my own to worry about.
Great. Now how am I supposed to measure the...
You're back with Pat Maine, and we've got a very special guest today on the program. It's artisan cuckoo clock designer Terry Feldman. Terry, how are we today?
Hey there, Pat. Doing just fine. I'm a super big fan of the show. What a treat to be on with you today.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine, Terry. Now, I hear you're doing something special for Deerfest. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm crafting a selection of custom basswood cuckoo clocks, but the real special sauce is when it's cuckoo time and you're expecting a bird to pop out for a chirp. Out comes a big old deer.
Well, that's just neat.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Real neat. That's gonna have the tourists tickled pink. And I hear you're selling these at the Sunday market. So make sure to say hello to Wendy Davis from our sponsor, Davis Family Beef Jerky, while you're there, all right? Terry, you still there?
Yeah, still here. I'm just... Geez, Pat, I'm sorry to tell you this. I thought you heard Wendy's dead.
Oh, boy. That's a strange joke you're playing there, Terry.
No, it's... I'm sorry, Pat. You know all that FBI business. Wendy was one of those bodies they found.
Well, that's just not possible, Terry. Wendy stopped by this morning with 3 flavors of beef jerky. She brought me the smoked hickory and the teriyaki and then what was that other one?
I'm real sorry, Pat.
What was that other one? She was just talking about this just hours ago. Smoked hickory, teriyaki, and...
Hickory teriyaki.
Hickory teriyaki. Thanks, Tapio. It's just a bit of a strange joke, Terry. Did Yako and Elmo put you up to this?
Pat.
Well, somebody's having a laugh over this little prank, I'm sure. Terry, thank you so much for your time. Can't wait to see those Deerfest cuckoos at the market. Wendy will be there with her beef jerky as always, and we'll be back after this.
Hello, how's it going?
I need something to cut this.
Have a nice day.
Hey, how are you doing?
Jaakko, we're going to... Jaakko, we're going to a cool guy's house to drink some brewskis. Are you coming? No, Ilmo. I'm very busy wearing a turtleneck and drinking wine. Like an asshole. Oh dear, I know what Jaakko needs. Armamir to the rescue! Bring out your inner Wolverine with Armamir. Wow, this is the best party ever. Thanks, Armamir. Armamir is a traditional Finnish lager, and we drink it the Finnish way.
At the bar while actively avoiding small talk with strangers. Getting blackout drunk on a boat during midsummer and trying not to drown. In the sauna, using your beer can to hide your pippeli from wandering eyes. Partaking in the Finnish tradition of kalsarikännit, drinking at home alone in your underwear with no intentions of going out.
It's not sad if it's intentional.
Armamir, your Finnish drinking adventure starts here.
Hello. How are you?
So, I'm thinking of pre-gaming at my place before Deerfest. Drinks, snacks, some charades maybe. Interested?
In everything but the charades.
What's wrong with charades? It's fun. And deer-themed.
Can't open this with my bare hands.
can't open this with my bare hands.
And that wraps up my list of favorite park benches in Bright Falls. And now, I just want to clear something up from our last broadcast. There was some talk, an off-color joke of sorts, about Wendy Davis of Davis Family Beef Jerky being dead, which of course is a bunch of hogwash. So I'm gonna give our dear friend Wendy a call so we can put an end to these silly rumors. And, oh, it looks like we already have her on the phone line. Wendy, hello.
Hi there, Pat.
That's not Wendy.
No, this is Jim Figamore. Remember, we were going to do the announcement today.
Oh, was that today? Listeners, we have Jim Figamore with us and the director of the Bright Falls Community Theater,
And I'm here to announce that the theater will be losing one of its most dignified thespians as I, Jim Figamore, will be running for mayor. Hold for applause.
Well, that's quite an announcement, Jim. Just let me find my notes here. I have some questions written down for you.
The real question is what happened to this town. Bright Falls used to draw in thousands of tourists with its vibrant art scene and impressive bird feeders. And what's our reputation now? Haunted Bright Falls. Spooky Bright Falls. The world is laughing at us. And now all this business with the FBI? We need a mayor who can turn this town's reputation around. And nobody knows more about the role of mayor than I do. I played one in the theatrical production of Fiorello, to glowing reviews by Coffee World magazine. Mayor Setter is a joke. And you know what? I hear he kills cats. There.
Now, Jim, this is a family show. I found my notes here, so why don't we pivot to some questions? First question, what exactly goes into that delicious beef jerky? Right, so it looks like these are my questions for Wendy Davis of Davis Family Beef Jerky.
The only jerk I care about is Mayor Setter. Our future's at stake. Pets are being murdered, and it's time for a change. Jim Figamore for mayor. That concludes our program today.
Oh, I actually had more to...
Jim Figamore and Pat Maine signing off. And we've got a great tune here to play us out. Take it away, Pat.
This is not the way.
Gotta remember to buy stuff for taco night. Hot sauce, extra hot. Show Pete who's who.
I can't leave here yet. Lots of work left to do.
Watch out for the Deerfest prep work.
Hey.
How many times do I have to tell you? She's gone missing.
Are you sure she's not just avoiding your calls?
Why would she do that? I'm a lovely person.
Make sure to write down that he's never done this before. He always comes home right after work, or at least calls to let me know he'll be late. I just know something has happened to him. It's not like him to disappear like this.
Mulligan and Thornton told everyone to stay out of the basement. And now, they're nowhere to be found. I bet they're just trying to get out of work.
Let's not assume the worst of our colleagues.
Yeah, God forbid.
It's not opening. It won't open.
The eye in the sky. I don't like it. It's staring at me.
Help! Turn it away. Turn it away!
Hi there!
Enjoy your day.
Yeah, Anderson, I didn't want to say this in front of Wake, but are you sure this is a good idea? Going on your own?
Assuming we believe the page, I need to check this out. We need to find the cult. Anyone we meet here could be a member. And this Scratch guy.
The evil doppelganger? Must be true, or else this guy can't write for shit.
The quality of his writing aside, if this page turns out to be true like the rest have, this could be a breakthrough. We might solve this thing before backup even arrives.
Yeah, but they're taking their time, so just be careful out there. Meanwhile, I think me and Wake will have a chat. Maybe I can shake something loose.
Okay. But remember what happened with the Salt Shaker?
Yeah, real funny.
The page placed me in a trailer, somewhere in Watery. I should ask around. The flooding is even worse here. More like underwatery. I'll have to tell Casey that one later.
Hey, what did you used to say your dream job was as a kid? I bet it was.
Hey, where's the time gone? There's just a wretched husk of what used to be me left.